Wallace, and this video is all about dealing rounds. Dealing rounds. And today's date is June the 3rd of 2022. And I apologize, this video is a little late. It was requested by two of my viewers, one named Fluffy Bunny and the other one named Chapra. So we're going to give dealing rounds a read this morning. So spirit guides, holy angels, and ancestors, gather around because we're going to the desert. So make sure you bring a bottle of water. And I want to be there on May the 28th of 2022. And we're looking for someone named Dylan Rounds. He's 19 years old and he's a grain farmer. And he's very, very attentive to his crops and his job. And that was actually one of the things that his parents said was different about him, was that he really just wanted to grow his grains. So spirit angels, ancestors, gather around. We're going to zip code, and we're going to start off in zip code 84313. And this is a little deserted desert community called Lucin. And this is where he has his farm at. Now, he actually lives in Utah. But he's been doing his farming. No, he lives in Utah, but he's been doing his farming real close to Nevada, a town called Montello in Nevada. He went to a bar there. So he went to a bar there. It was a Friday. His friends, this is kind of odd too, because they say he doesn't really have friends. But I seen an article where one of the friends were saying that they're not sure he made it back home that night. But that was already debunked because his grandmother talked to him on May the 28th. And it was getting ready to rain. All right, good. We have one card. We just need three more. His grandmother talked to him on May the 28th, and it was getting ready to rain, and he hurried off the phone because he didn't want his grain to get wet in his seed truck. And also, he has these boots that he is kind of, I'm not going to say OCD about, but a little obsessive about the boots. He likes to wear these same exact shoes. When they wear out, he gets another pair, all the same. They're always the same. So his boots were located at about 100 yards. All right, we got three. We only need one more. His boots were located 100 yards up, and there it is. 100 yards from his grain truck, and it had a little bit of blood on one of them. So they're saying there's probably some foul play. And also, it's important to note that his mom said when she went to his farm, the seat truck was moved up to the position of a shorter person, possibly a female. All right, so let's see what's on our four cards. The first card out is the Justice card. And I'm going to start to do more reads in the daytime because it seems like you can see the cards better. All right. Had to take a sip of coffee to get started. Okay, so first, right away, they're pointing out this guy's calf muscles. See that right there? That's what they're pointing out, the way their calf muscles are. It's kind of out of place, bulging like that. Maybe someone got an injury on one of their calf muscles or the bottom of their leg. We're going to clarify it. All right. Up next, we have the Four of Coins card. Now, this is somebody counting time somewhere. Who is this? Well, it's not Dylan. It doesn't have his energy on it. So we're going to come back and clarify. All right. The next card out was the Seven of Cups. This card is usually about making choices. But this card, this is giving me the This card also comes out when people are following somebody, like the blind leading the blind. You following someone and you don't know where they're going. See these two people coming into the cave right here? This person in shadow is following him. This is Dylan in the front. We have a perpetrator in shadow here. And this exchange right here is more or less like if you go to your house and be like, well, it's this it's in the bathroom. And they go look in the bathroom and it's like some kind of weird paper towel dispenser or something in there. But this is the energy of he brought someone to the farm to show them something. Maybe he wanted to show them how many rows of grain he had or something. We're going to clarify it. All right, and next we have a lady. Ooh, it's a female. Let's see who she is. Queen of Cups. It's not the mother. And I notice it's important to note that Dylan wasn't really much of a ladies' man. He didn't have a girlfriend his entire time in high school. And I'm guessing, sometimes when you go so long without having a girlfriend, you're kind of a little awkward. So we're going to start by clarifying her first. Let's not even put her away. Usually we clarify right, left to right, but this morning, we're going to clarify right to left. All right. Spirit, so you have shown me a young lady when it comes to Dylan Rounds, who's 19, and he lives in the zip code of 84313, which is Box Elder County. Zip code 84313. On May the 28th, he spoke to his grandmother last and never talked to anyone again. You show me a young lady here. What does she have to do with Dylan? Can you tell me who the young woman is? What is she doing there? Oh. All right. That's not too many. We have 3. Oh, yeah, the woman, these are, all 3 cards are negative. We know they're negative because they don't have triangles at the top. So immediately, whoever this young woman is, it wasn't, I don't see nothing sexy in these cards. I don't even see no drinking in these cards or partying or nothing. I immediately got upset when I seen these 3 cards. Hold on. All right. They came out all together. So there aren't any first or last. We have nightmares. So this is either this young woman thinking about negative things, like you can't sleep at night, you replaying it over and over, replaying it. So someone's replaying something in their head. And we have travel problems. Now this doesn't mean like an actual car. It means that you're just not progressing in something the way you would want to. Now this card here. I don't like it at all. Travel problems. This card is giving me the energy of somebody wanting to move a body or somebody moved a body. And I'm not going to say it's strange because everything the tarot says is strange. But I will say this is the first time they ever used this card to denote a body being moved. That's the first time they ever used this card for that. So we have someone stressed out, can't sleep. We have a body being moved. What else came out on the young lady? Incomplete. Now this incomplete thing, it could be like a task or a job that you have and you just, you ran out of time for that day. Or, you lost the daylight. What you're doing requires daylight. Or what you're doing requires rain, to where you have to work while it's raining. This is some sort of job that wasn't complete in the time that was allotted to it. So immediately, we already know this young lady is involved. All right, so now that we got her clarifications, let's see who he was showing something to. This card here, the Follow the Leader card. And now we're going to assume that we are on the farm in Lucin. And this is after the May 28th phone call with Grandma. And we're going to use the Edgar Allan Poe deck. So, Spirit, let's be on May the 29th now. What day is what? May the 29th. All right. Okay. We're on May the 29th now, which is a Sunday. Dylan has brought someone up to his farm, which is in the zip code of 84313. We're on the date of May the 29th. Let's put the clock at lunch. Ooh, something fell out. And card. All right. Now I have to note that the man on this card is tied up to this table. So the person, well, we already knew the person involved in this was more than likely the person that followed him up there. Let's see if we can't get a more of an identity or personality about this person. And to do that, we're going to use the movie tarot. Because they're saying with this person, because I was thinking in my mind, like, is this Dylan tied up or is this the perpetrator tied up? But we know he didn't tie anybody up. But they're as soon as I put it down and the two cards touched, they said his hands are tied. Their hands are tied. So when your hands are tied, I guess it means that you can't really help a situation. You're forced to just watch it. All right, Spirit, you've shown me that whoever followed Dylan up to his farm, I feel like they're in a position to where their hands are tied. Can you give me more about this person that followed, more about the man that was with him? Who was this person? How did he meet this person? Was this somebody that came from that bar? And I did actually look up that, the person whose hands is tied came out as Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct. And, you know, she was mainly involved. I haven't seen that movie in decades. But it's something to the effect of there was a date, some guy got stabbed with an ice pick, but she was one of the bad guys. So this is constantly, it leads back to the woman. Because I'm thinking, okay, somebody followed the leader. You can't really see who the person in shadow is, but you can see that this one is a man. So I'm acting like who hands is tied, trying to get the identity of the person that he wanted to come with him. And Sharon Stone came out. And I have to say, both of these women so far are blonde. So this is the same woman. We have a female perpetrator on our hands. This was done by a girl. Well, a woman. Now, let's see who's counting time. And to do that, we're going to use the Beauty of Horror deck. This one. All right, now we are in Spirit. You can now move away from May the 28th, and let's bring us up to date. Today, Monday, June the 13th of 2022. You show me someone close to the incident that happened to Dylan is counting time. Oh, all right. It's the Ten of Pentacles. And on this card, there's a person in a wheelchair. Now, I don't know if this person is actually in a wheelchair or somebody in a wheelchair is around them. But I will say this. If your hands are tied and you're forced to sit and watch something, and then you're counting time while in like sitting in a fixed position in the wheelchair, this is someone very, very close. Very close. And I want to know all about this person. So let's go back over to the Omega deck. And the name of that bar, I know I wrote it down in my notes somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Sometimes it'd be a little bit of notes, and then all of a sudden it'd be a whole bunch of notes. Right. So there are two bars in Montello, Nevada. Because I guess that's like the closest town. It is 26 miles away from his farm. And it's called the Cowboy Bar and Cafe. And that was the last place he went to. And it's in Montello, Nevada. Let's see, Spirit, I want to ask you now about this person that's waiting and watching everything unfold. Are they connected to that Saddle Bar and Cafe in Montello? And that's a different zip code altogether. The bar is in the zip code 89830. So let's go back. I know I said we're going to go to the present day, but we're going to go back to May the 29th for just a moment. Spirit, take us back to May the 29th and a zip code of 89830. There's a place there called the Saddle Bar. Oh, got something. The Saddle Bar. No, the Cowboy Bar and Cafe. There is another bar there called the Saddle Sore Bar or something like that. But I'm thinking that Dylan went to the Cowboy Bar and Cafe. And you know, that's important to note, too. He's only 19 years old. So why are you at a bar? You still have 2 more years before you can legally sit in a bar. So that's important to note, too. Those people at that bar might need a talking to. All right. So when I was getting information about the bar, what came out is this Two of Swords card. This is someone taking the high road and taking the low road. And they took the high road. See the way this is pointing? They took the high road. So I think we have a witness here. Is there a reward? Yeah, there's a $20,000 reward. So maybe that's what they're sitting counting, thinking about all the things they can do with that $20,000. We have a witness, ladies and gentlemen. We have someone who knows. This is all the same person. Let's dig up on some information on the person who knows, since we now know there's a witness. What happened to if you see something, say something? What happened to that? All right, Spirit, you show me that we have a witness here. Someone from the Cowboy Bar and Cafe in the zip code of 89830. This person was in Dylan's energy on May the 29th. What else can you tell me about this witness or this person that knows, that is watching? All right. Oh, 2 cards. And not only is it 2 cards, we got a card that doubled down. This Justice card is this card that I haven't even clarified yet. The one with the calves, that's also a Justice card. So now when we're asking about the person who knows, the Justice card doubled down, and we also got Bill Murray. Now, Bill Murray is hilarious, first of all, but he's also very cunning and smart. The other thing, he has been in so many movies, and there has never been not one scandal. You've never heard not one bad thing about Bill Murray. Not one bad thing. So, this person that's sitting and watching, they're actually a good guy. All right. Yay. We have a good guy. Someone who knows what happens. Someone who possibly knows the perpetrator, the female. Hopefully we can get this person to say something. Say something, Bill Murray. Dylan's family would really like to know. All right. So where are we? We have a female perpetrator. We have a witness that is watching and waiting. And we have Dylan showing somebody something at his farm. Okay, so I think we see what happened. Let's get into one of the questions. And the number one question is, where is Dylan at right now? All right. And so to do that, we are going to use the Tarot in Wonderland deck. All right. Spirit, you showed me that somebody knows what happened to Dylan on May the 29th of 2022. It was afternoon. And when I say afternoon, I mean after 12. What can you tell me about where Dylan is at right now? Oh, all right. That didn't take long at all. The King of Swords came out. And this is Humpty Dumpty on the wall. You know, once he falls off, it's hard to keep putting him back together again. So this card does have the energy on it of someone being hurt beyond repair. But you guys think I'm asking where he is right now. So let's see what's all in this picture. I see some bricks. Like he's sitting on a brick wall. Now, I don't know how many brick places there are in Lucin, Utah, considering it's like the desert. But also, what I'm seeing is this ivy. The ivy growing up this wall. Maybe he is somewhere where ivy grows. All right. Let's move everything out the way. Let's focus on this one card for just a moment. And to do that, I'm wanting to use the smaller deck, the Erotic Tarot, just because it has a lot of images in it. So many images. This one, it's not, well, I would say it is one of my favorite decks. I use it a lot on Instagram. It's so tiny, sometimes it's hard to shuffle. Spirit, we're asking where Dylan is at right now. As of June the 13th of 2022. You showed me somewhere where there's ivy growing. What else can you tell me about this place? So I'm thinking there can't be too much ivy growing because it's the desert. What can you tell me about where Dylan is at right now? Oh, it fell. It fell face up too. I usually don't read them when they fall face up, but I'm nosy this morning, so I'm going to look. All right. All right. Now we have a really good clue. First, like I said, we're in the desert, so I don't know why they keep showing me these places that have like greenery and rivers. But this place here is like a little overgrown. Why is the incense smoke so strong this morning? It's a little overgrown, and also, you see this bruise on this woman's hip right here? Her hip is really bruised. That's a really big bruise. It kind of almost looks like if you got hit by a car. Now, I know it's important to note, they said his car was washed off. Like the truck had been washed off, but there was dirt still in the wheel well. I don't know how we done skip from ivy to somebody being hit by a car. But yeah, this is bruising on this hip. It's like a car being hit by a car. And also, considering that it was the desert, the day that this happened on, it was raining. So they said there were absolutely no tracks around the property. Because this is like an abandoned coal mine place or something. It's an abandoned city. So you would see truck marks or tracks because it rained. I gotta clarify this. this situation with somebody being hit by a car. I gotta see what that is. And to do that, we're gonna go back to the Edgar Allan Poe deck. Now, Spirit, we're trying to see what happened to Dylan Rounds. He was 19 years old. And he was all about his farm and his grain. His car seat with the Ace of Pentacles and came out here. This is something of value. Whatever this item is, it's expensive. They said that all of his belongings were there except for his wallet and his phone. Now, we all know your phone practically is your wallet now. We have so much banking on there between the Cash Apps and the Chimes and the PayPals and the debit cards. Your phone practically is your wallet. There was some sort of valuable item or money that was involved. This is a pure gold item. Now, I'm guessing if you don't date and you're all about your farm, you might have a little bit of money saved up somewhere. I think we may just have found a motive. Something was stolen, something valuable. All right, we're going to leave it there. Again, I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because who knows what's going to happen next.